Beloved, there comes a moment in every life when the world seems to turn against you. When whispers of doubt echo louder than cheers of support. When hands that once applauded you now point in judgment. When eyes that once looked with admiration now glare with envy. Yes, there are people who will try to destroy you. Not because of what you have done wrong, but because your very existence reminds them of what they lack. Your light disturbs their darkness. Your courage unsettles their fear. Your progress threatens their comfort. They may not admit it, but deep down, some cannot stand the fact that you are still breathing, still standing, still daring to dream when life has given you every reason to quit. But hear me now, though they tried to break you, they forgot the most important truth. You were built to rise. They pushed you down, buried you in lies, covered you in shame, and thought you were gone. But what they did not know was this: you are a seed. When a seed is buried, it is not dead. When a seed is covered in dirt, it is not destroyed. It is simply being prepared for growth. The soil that surrounded you, the betrayals, the heartbreaks, the disappointments, all of it was pressing you, shaping you, positioning you for a season they could not see. They thought the dirt was your grave. But God knew it was your womb, and from that womb, new life would spring forth. Look at the scars on your life, not with shame but with pride. Every scar tells a story. The one on your heart says, I survived heartbreak, but I did not let it close me to love. The one on your spirit whispers, Thee abandoned me, but I found myself. The one on your mind declares, Thee said I couldn't, but I did. You are not broken. You are battle-tested. You are not weak. You are warrior strong. The cracks in your life, they are not flaws. They are the places where the light gets in. Think of the fire you've walked through, the rejection that stung, the betrayal that cut deep, the loneliness that almost swallowed you. That fire did not destroy you. It forged you. Steel is not strong until it has faced the fire. Gold is not pure until it has been refined in the furnace. And you, beloved, are no different. Yes, the fire was hot. Yes, it burned. Yes, it made you cry out in the midnight hours. But look at you now, stronger, wiser, tougher, brighter. Now is the time for you to rise, not quietly, not timidly, but boldly. Let them watch as you walk into places they said you'd never enter. Let them watch as you accomplish goals they swore were impossible. Let them watch as you stand tall, not in arrogance, but in undeniable truth. You survived what was meant to kill you. And here's the sweetest part. Your success does not need an announcement. You don't need to clap back at your critics. You don't need to prove them wrong with words. Your life will be the proof. Your growth will be the answer. Your rise will be the sound that drowns their doubt. But hear me carefully. Do not rise for revenge. Do not rise to make them small. Rise because you were created to shine. Rise because the world needs your gift. Rise because every time you get up, someone else who thought they couldn't suddenly believes they can. There's a child watching you. There's a stranger inspired by you. There's a broken soul healed by your testimony. Your rise is not just about you. It is about all those who need to see that survival is possible, that victory is real, that resilience is alive. Those who laughed at you will have no choice but to witness your joy. Those who doubted you will have no choice but to witness your victory. Those who tried to bury you will have no choice but to witness your growth. And the best part, you won't even have to point a finger. You won't even have to say, I told you so. Your very existence will preach the sermon. They tried to destroy me, but here I stand, and here I rise. Your life is a song of survival. Every note is a heartbeat that refused to stop. Every verse is a chapter where you could have quit, but didn't. Every chorus is the echo of your soul saying, Still, I rise. This is not just survival, it is triumph. Not just endurance, it is victory. Not just getting by, it is soaring. So walk forward with your head high. Don't hide your scars. Display them as evidence. Don't cover your tears. Let them water your new life. Don't silence your story. Speak it, because your survival is somebody else's medicine. And as you rise, remember this: you are unstoppable. You are unshockable. You are unbreakable. They tried to destroy you, but now they must watch you rise. Beloved, life has a strange way of turning tables. Those who once stood above you mocking, doubting, and plotting often find themselves in the audience of your triumph. Enemies, the very ones who sharpened their tongues against you, will someday be forced to sit in silence and watch as you rise higher than they ever imagined. They did not believe in you. In fact, they didn't want to. Because to believe in you would mean to confront their own fears, their own laziness, their own unwillingness to grow. So instead, they tried to bury you beneath their words, beneath their lies, beneath their doubts. But here is the eternal truth: when destiny is upon you, no enemy can stop it. They may delay you, but they cannot destroy you. They may wound you, but they cannot finish you. They may laugh at you, but the sound of their laughter will one day be drowned out by the roar of your victory. Enemies often mistake silence for weakness. When you did not respond, they assumed you were broken. When you walked away, they thought you had surrendered. When you worked quietly in the shadows, they assumed you were finished. But what they did not see was the preparation. Like a lion crouched low in the grass, like an eagle stretching its wings in the nest, you were not defeated. You were simply preparing. Preparation is powerful because it happens unseen. While enemies are busy laughing, mocking, and underestimating you, you are gathering strength, sharpening vision, building resilience. And then, one day, you emerge, not as the same broken soul they thought you were, but as a transformed, unstoppable force. And when that day comes, your enemies will not be able to deny it. They may hate it. They may resist it. But they will witness it. There is an old truth: the stone that the builders rejected became the cornerstone. That means the very one they overlooked, the one they dismissed, the one they said had no value, becomes the foundation for something greater. Your enemies thought their rejection was your ending, but rejection was only redirection. Their betrayal was only acceleration. Their gossip was only fuel. And now, as you rise, the table turns. They must eat the fruit of their own words. They must live in the shadow of your success. They must face the reality that their attempts to destroy you only pushed you closer to your destiny. But hear this clearly: your rise is not about revenge. If you rise only to get back at your enemies, then your enemies still control you. Victory is not about standing over them. It is about standing above the pain they caused. When enemies watch you rise, your silence is the loudest response. You don't need to clap back. You don't need to prove them wrong with words. You don't need to waste energy pointing fingers. Your life becomes the proof. There is a power in silent victory. Because when you succeed without bitterness, your victory shines even brighter. It is undeniable, uncontested, unquestionable. And in that moment, your enemies learn the truth they never wanted to admit. They could not stop you. Understand this: your victory is not private. When you rise on a stage that all can see. Even those who dislike you, even those who doubt you, will have to watch. They may cross their arms. They may grit their teeth. They may shake their heads. But they cannot close their eyes to your light. Your very existence becomes a testimony. Every step forward says, "You tried, but you failed." Every achievement whispers, "You pushed me down, but I got back up." Every breath of joy declares, "What you meant for evil turned into good." Enemies become witnesses, not because they want to, but because they cannot escape it. Victory has a way of making itself visible. Think of this: a play is not complete without an audience. And sometimes, the very people who tried to stop your performance end up sitting in the front row. They thought they were writing your ending. But instead, they became characters in your story. They became the backdrop against which your triumph shines brighter. Your enemies are not the authors of your destiny. They are only the unwilling spectators of your glory. They cannot control the script. They cannot control the outcome. They can only watch. And in watching, they are forced to see that their efforts were wasted. Their energy was in vain. Their plans were powerless. Your victory is not only proof of your strength. It is proof of endurance. It says to the world, I did not give up when it would have been easy. I did not bow down when pressure was heavy. I did not quit when the crowd cheered against me. Endurance is the bridge between pain and triumph. Enemies will never understand how you endured what you did. They will never know the tears you cried, the prayers you whispered, the nights you wanted to give up. But what matters most is not that they understand. It's that you survived. And in surviving you created a story that no enemy can erase. Enemies love to have the last word. They enjoy speaking doubt, spreading lies, declaring that you will fail. But here is the truth. Your life itself becomes the last word. Every step forward cancels their curses. Every victory silences their voice. Every rise drowns their judgment. They thought their words would define you. But only your Creator defines you. They thought their actions would confine you. But only your courage frees you. They thought their hatred would limit you. But love carried you further than they could ever imagine. And so, the last word is not theirs. The last word is victory. Beloved, light does not need permission to shine. Darkness cannot vote against it. Shadows cannot vote it out. When light arrives, it arrives. And when your victory comes, it comes with the same power. Enemies may try to hide from it, but the light will find them. They may try to ignore it, but the brightness will touch their eyes. They may try to deny it, but the truth will be undeniable. And in that moment, they will not just see your victory. They will witness it. And witnessing means acknowledging, even against their will, that you rose. So stand tall, walk boldly, rise with no fear, because your victory is not a secret. It is a stage. And those who once tried to destroy you will not escape the show. They will not just hear about your rise. They will not just read about your rise. They will see it with their own eyes. For enemies, that is the hardest truth of all. Not only did you survive, you thrived. Not only did you endure, you conquered. Not only did you rise, but now they must watch you soar, and they cannot stop it. They cannot silence it. They cannot deny it. Beloved, life will always have its doubters, its critics, and its enemies. There will always be those who try to bury you under the weight of their jealousy, their words, their hate. But what they didn't know is this: you were never meant to stay buried. You were planted. And planted things grow. They thought the scars would break you, but they only made you stronger. They thought the darkness would silence you, but it taught you how to shine. They thought the fire would destroy you, but it only forged you into something unshakable. And now, here you are, standing taller, walking stronger, living freer. Every step you take forward is proof that they failed. Every breath you take is victory. Every dream you chase is evidence that no enemy, no storm, no betrayal can stop what was destined for you. Enemies will not get the last word. They will not write your ending. They will not hold your destiny. They will only sit in the audience, unwilling, unprepared, unable to deny the truth, that you rose. So rise, beloved. Rise with courage, rise with grace, rise with purpose. Rise not for revenge, but because you were created to soar. And when you rise, remember this: the same ones who tried to destroy you will become the witnesses of your triumph. They cannot stop it. They cannot silence it. They cannot look away. They tried to destroy you, but now they must watch you rise.